interview for fashion design and technology.
As soon as we heard that the theme for this year was apparel for a workplace, including technology to make it safer and more protective, as well as making the people feel more empowered, we chose construction because we thought that that was a great workplace to encompass our entire theme. When you think about construction, you often think about the big yellow vests, the work belts, the khaki pants, simple work clothing, but that's not what it has to be. When we looked into our apparel, we thought about the protection that was needed in this inherently dangerous environment. I mean, they're outside or inside, it's hot or cold. There's not a controlled environment in this setting. So the clothing needs to be adaptive for many different uses, and there are many different rules and regulations that go into this environment's clothing. So when we thought about it, we wanted it to be protective. We wanted it to have room to grow into. We wanted the construction field to fast forward into the future instead of staying in the present, especially because right now it's a little bit in the past. And we wanted to make sure that it was geared towards women. Being from an all-girls school, we wanted to have this workforce have a little bit of an update and to have the women feel empowered, safe, and protected in this field so that they belonged.
Our first design was an orange jumpsuit to fit into the theme of the orange construction, which we know and we are used to. So we wanted to, with our pieces, have three very different types of clothing, so they're not all the same thing. So we decided to do a one piece for this. A one piece would ensure that it is protected and fully covered, so no harmful materials can hurt the women. With the higher collar and the cinched elastic waistband, it would fit the form of a woman more, along with the cuffs around the ankles. For our technology in this piece, we would put a heart device, a heart monitoring chip behind the chest pocket to monitor the wearer's heart rate and make sure that they're not overexerting themselves in a very physical workplace, and ensure their safety, which could be connected to a mobile device, and would make sure that the construction worker knows that she is protected and not hurting herself. The back would have a zipper so she could get into it easily, and with the short sleeves so it could fit in weather with a jacket. The side would look like this with the pockets and the sleeves and the high coat, along with the same waistband. Our second piece was a pair of pants. They would be straight-legged pants and a little bit more low-waisted than the waistband of the jumpsuit. Staying with the different types of clothing, we chose pants for this. They would be fluorescent yellow, also sticking to that theme. And on the front, our technology element would be two shock-absorbing knee pads on either knees. And the energy from the shock in the knee pads would be able to convert into energy used on these two fluorescent reflective panels on the sides. Most construction workers, we know now, have fluorescent panels to be able to be seen in the dark or where they might not be seen before, but having lights would also make them even more protective if there's not any lights currently shining on them already. Along with that, we added two hooks or little rings on either waist, either hip, because you want to be able to hold tools and things like that along with these pockets.
Then we have our jacket piece, which sticks with the same color scheme of neons, which is really indicative to construction. We wanted it to be looser and the shape to be a little bit less form-fitting, because with construction, it's important that nothing is extremely tight to the body. It leaves a little bit of air for all different environments. And then the technology we incorporated into the jacket was heating and cooling, because they're outside and inside all day, all 4 seasons of the year. So a jacket that can do both insulate and cool down a woman is really important. It's also important because this jacket will allow her to feel safe, having a little bit thicker of material, and it'll be protective for the environment that they're in.
Overall, we just wanted women to feel empowered in a workforce where they're not typically seen. So that's why we chose these 3 different things, while making them feel comfortable and safe with the technology that we added, while also looking fashionable and more stylish than what they were used to before.
We hope that if women ever saw these designs, they would be super excited to wear them and immediately feel like they fit into their workforce.
Thank you.